And I'm filming. All right. Okay, I think I finally have this working. Yeah, okay. So, what am I here to do? So we've been talking about brain waves and devices and psychology and all this kind of stuff. And you may have noticed I got this funky little headband going right now. What the heck is this headband? Well, it's actually a small EEG device. It's it's got about 4 electrodes measuring just my prefrontal cortex, or I shouldn't say measuring, acquiring information, electrical activity that's going on in my prefrontal cortex. This is a device that you can now use to learn how to control your mind, your cortex. It's kind of cool. And one of the things that it's used for is so-called sleep training. And I want to give you a sense of one of the cool things that it does. So basically, well, let me jump into the sleep training thing. I think it's going to do a few things for me. It's going to start with a breathing thing that I have to so I'm supposed to be, I'm going to mostly talk to you when I'm supposed to be breathing deeply and not breathing, but it's going to insist on 120 seconds of this. So you would normally start the training with a little bit of these breathing exercises. We're going to go on to something cool. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me this visual feedback, a circle. And it's going to just basically say, hey, try to get your mind to that place. We'll call it the focus zone. And what is that focus zone? Well, in sleep training, the focus zone is when your frontal lobes are giving a wave pattern that's very similar to stage 1 sleep. So it's sort of like that alpha rhythm, except when we're awake, right now my alpha rhythm would be very sort of low amplitude, high frequency. What you want is a sort of lower frequency, higher amplitude version of that. And that's what's characteristic when people are in stage 1. And so what this is going to do is it's going to train me how to get my frontal cortex into stage 1, sort of a stage 1 wave pattern, as it will. And it's really weird because you don't really know what you're doing to make this happen. But after a while, thanks to the feedback, you can do it. And so it's sort of like being able to see your brain, but not. But you can see the effects that different things you do in your mind have in terms of getting you closer to this focus or not. Okay, so really cool. I know I've got you all set up for this. Let's see it in action. The cool thing, by the way, is these are small and personal. They can be used by anybody to do this sort of training. And one of the purposes is to help people get to sleep. Okay, so fine. We did that exercise. Okay, now it does some digit span stuff, which is normal. I don't really want to do this, but I'll show this to you anyway. You can do it along with me. It shows some digits, and I'm supposed to remember them. 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. Well, that's a pretty easy one. 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. Submit. Now it's going to go up to a next level of 6 digits. So this is measuring my digit span. So I get ready for that. 1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 3. 1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 3. And it's going to go on and keep getting harder for me. It wanted me to try 6, but it'll go further, 7. So 1, 6. So I'd say 16, 51, 33, 1. That's how I do it. 16, 51, 33, 1. Any of you guys who've read the chapter knows that what I'm doing there is chunking. I'm turning 7 things into 4 things. And I can do that here with this next one too. 8, I'll turn those into 4 pairs instead. You ready? Let's do this. 21, 16, 99, 43. 21, 16, 99, 43. Note that it seems like I'm remembering 8 things, but I'm really kind of remembering 4, right? Etc. So I could continue doing this. I'm going to just stop there for now because I want to show you the cool thing. So let's go to the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. Okay, so I'm going to start by Wow, it's almost like I'm in a little bit of this focus zone anyway. So I almost want to go blah to show you what it's like when I'm out of the focus zone. So yeah, when I'm out of, okay, so let me now really, why am I getting so focused? That's kind of cool. Okay, here I'm going to really try now. Here goes. Okay, so it's hard to talk and stay here. But with some training, I've been able to get here. Now watch, I'll just talk generally now, and I'm just gonna kind of get out of that zone for a while so that you guys can see that it is actually me kind of in control of what's going on here. And so I'm out, and you see it's a 0 second now. So the goal is, you notice I was able to keep it there for 17 seconds. And that's the goal, is to get it there and try to keep it there. Let me do another one for you to give you a sense. So you see, I've learned to do this. Like, I was gonna say I can even talk and stay there, but it's hard, but I can. And what's going on when I'm here again? Okay, I'm gonna just stop for a second. What's going on when I'm there is the brain waves that my brain is producing when it's in that happy spot are very similar again to stage 1 sleep. So I can use this device now to kind of learn how to get there, to learn to do that thing that I'm doing, which is impossible for me to even describe to you. But once I learn how to do that, the claim is, well, I would try a variety of things. So I might try to do it with my eyes closed. There's an example. I'll show you in the next one how you can work on that. And then eventually when I go to sleep at night, when I lay down, I want to do that same thing. And if I can bring my mind to that spot and stay there, that's the hardest part, is to go from awake to sort of stage 1. And if I can kind of get there, then I can much more easily go into stage 2 and beyond. I'm going to show you the next step of this. So now you have rain. Now, notice what happens when I focus. So I can do it with my eyes open here. Okay, so when you get in the zone, the moment I talk, I start to blow it. But when you get into the zone, the birds sing. What that means is you can try to stay in the zone without the visual input. So I have the visual input now. Let me just get in there and let me close my eyes and see if I can stay there. And notice that without the visual input now, I can use the sound to guide me. And in fact, I can even try, so right now I'm not focused at all. You hear a lot of rain, I hope you guys are hearing that. But I can even, my device was beeped, I don't know why that's about. I can even just try the whole thing with my eyes closed, just to see if I can get there. And so let's see now if I can do it without. All right, success. Okay. I'm gonna move on from there. I gotta do my real training later today, but I guess that'll kind of. Why is it still doing the sound? I'd love it. Stop doing the sound. Okay. There we go. Cool. Allegory is the company that I'm working with a little bit on this. So yeah, I mean, cool, huh? This will show you a way where, you know, the stuff we learn about sleep and how it works, you can actually have an application of the research where you can give people a tool like this and they can use this tool theoretically to learn how to get their mind to that spot, something that's impossible without the feedback. But once you can give them that biofeedback so they can actually visualize and then hear what's happening in their brain, there is the ability to teach them how to control their mental brain waves. And in so doing, to put them in a place that's going to make it easier to get back to sleep when you wake up. How cool is that? I'll let you think about that. Alrighty. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.